What's going on, guys? It's Justin Fernillo from Push and Profit. Hope everyone is having a beautiful day today. Now in this video, I want to talk about the possibility of every American receiving $1,000 cash payment from the government in order to keep people in their homes, prevent the spread of this pandemic, and also stimulate the economy. Now I want to clarify that this is only a possibility and not 100% for certain. So keep that in your mind, right? Now, the original idea of this came from a presidential candidate named Andrew Yang, and Andrew Yang mentioned this before the pandemic or this economic crisis began and referred to it as the freedom dividend, right? Where every American over the age of 18 receives $1,000 from the government. Now fast forward a little bit of time from when Andrew Yang gave the light to this idea till now, right? Right now, where people are being impacted from the virus going around because major quarantine around the country, right? It's keeping people inside their homes. Now it's pretty simple to understand that when people are staying home, two things are happening, right? Now the first thing is people aren't spending money. Now for those who can't work from home, the second thing is that they cannot earn money. For example, in the state of New York, at the time of this video, every restaurant and bar is closed, and the only businesses really open are pretty much banks and grocery stores. So imagine someone who is a server at a restaurant who literally makes a living receiving tips from people going out to eat and not being able to work for weeks, right? Now this can definitely hurt the pockets of someone in that particular situation. Not to mention that people in that industry already don't get paid well from the beginning. So you could see how this can really cause an issue. Right? Now, recently Senator Mitt Romney had adopted this idea and called for a $1,000 cash payment for every American adult as the virus continues to keep people in their homes and also threatens to put millions out of work. Now, this is pretty much an interesting concept because typically when it comes to the government making efforts to remove us from some sort of recession, they typically focus on putting the money into big businesses, right? With the idea that the wealth will trickle down into individuals, also referred to as Reaganomics, because these ideas and these practices were highly put to use during the Reagan administration. Now, it would be interesting to see if giving money to the common American or to individuals would help boost the economy. Now, in my opinion, I don't believe that this concept would actually be put to place, because who is to say that individuals who receive this $1,000 will actually spend it and not simply just hoard the money or hoard the cash into their savings account, right? Instead of just, spending it and, stimulating the economy, which is why I believe that this concept coming to life is unlikely to happen. However, with the certain circumstances taking place, who am I to say that, right? I can't really, who am I to say that? Now, kind of going into the other side of the topic, I do believe that the possibility for this to occur is there, right? And that's because the Federal Reserve has already tried using quantitative easing to help this economy. Now, without getting too technical, quantitative easing is basically when the federal government intervenes to help stimulate the economy. Now, I already made a whole nother video talking about the Federal Reserve slashing interest rates to zero, and that pretty much kind of explains or gives a good example of what quantitative easing is. Now, I don't want to get too deep into that term, and that's simply just because that could just be a whole nother video in itself. But basically what I'm trying to say is that the government has already implemented methods to help with this economic crisis. So if those plans end up falling through or they end up failing, then maybe, right, just maybe this new approach might be something that will actually happen, and that the concept of giving cash, right? The concept of giving cash to every American in hopes that the money will, circulate the economy will work. Now, me personally being capable of making money from home, from day trading in the stock market, and a couple other online business ventures, if I were to receive $1,000, I would probably end up using that towards an investment like real estate, maybe use it towards an online business, or just use it as more capital for the stock market, right? Now, that's just me, okay? Now, my question is, if you guys were to receive $1,000 right now, what would you use it towards. Now let me know in the comment section below, because I'm actually curious on, you know, what you guys would use it for. Would you pay your bills, you know, buy cat food? I don't know. Now if you guys like this video, then do me one small favor and gently tap that like button, because it really tells the YouTube algorithm that people enjoyed this video, and then it pushes it out to a wider audience. So if you could just please do me that small favor. Now if you guys have any questions, then you know where to go. Leave them down in the comments section below. Again, my name is Justin Fernillo from Push and Profit. Hope everyone is having a beautiful day, and I'm out. Peace.